for joining us this Sunday afternoon. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And it's the Warriors to start out. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at the 76ers, Nerlens Noel is out there with Okafor. Then there's Ish Smith. Then there's Carl Landry. The shot misses.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brown. Another former member of the Spurs staff to be leading an NBA team.
Here's the eraser. Durant with the screen on Smith. Here's Ball. Rebound by Smith. Poke loose. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia possession. Now it's sent it over to Doris Burke, who's able to talk with Brett Brown.
And my first question was, what's the plan against Kevin Durant? Probably the free. He said, well, it starts with trying to keep the ball out of his hands. Because once he catches it, you're kind of at his mercy. Guys, Durant's so long, he can just shoot over the top. When he does get the ball, expect to see some double teams.
Thanks again, Doris. Here's Curry. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. They set the screen. Off the pick. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
And Steph Curry with the foul. This is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul.
And so here is Philadelphia. And it's Okafor off the drive, banked in off the glass.
Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Curry against Smith. Curry passes the Walls. 6 to shoot. 11 feet away, and that's good off the glass that time. Mr. Fundamentals got his first basket.
And really, that's what you want every time down the floor. A simple, high-percentage shot.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. 76ers getting the bucket. Outside Curry. They get the rebound. James kicks to Curry. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Fires the 3. The shot is off, so Philadelphia will take it the other way. As you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play, so they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
Picked by Okafor. Smith kicks to Okafor. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Kevin Durant.
Listen, playing Western Conference teams is never easy. And for the 76ers last year, it got downright ugly. Some games against the West, they just didn't stand any chance.
And he makes the first. A lot of blowouts for Philly last year against the West, as you talked about. Greg only managed to take 6 wins in their 30 games. Clark out of conference.
And Kevin, that was tied for the fewest wins against the West in the league. But again, no surprise with Philadelphia because they really were focused on developing young talent there.
It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the final.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They were going to another team to win 65 games or more and win the final. Impressive work.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Got a piece of it. Out in his zone on the break. A nice shot by Jordan.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
The 76ers have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here.
And for the Warriors, they had tough opponents the whole way. I mean, the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Rockets, they all put up fights. The Cavs in the finals were just as tough with LeBron, but the Warriors found a way to come through.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. 76ers getting the bucket. .151 left to play in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Mr. Fundamentals got 7 points.
Timeout for the 76ers.
And for the Warriors, it had been nearly 40 years, guys made it to the finals. They had a lot of pressure on them to win and finish, and did it in emphatic fashion, winning on the road. The title solidified them as one of the all-time outstanding teams in NBA history.
Some changes for Golden State. Pippen comes in for Vince Carter. The Erasers subbed in for Mr. Fundamentals. For Philip.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Fast break, Philadelphia. Here's Grant. Can't cash in from close range.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
I'm sure will change. They now take the lead.
Can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting.
Shoots off the screen. Rebound by the 76ers.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Embiid the screen. Here's Cannon. Hits the front of the rim and out.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
That's his first personal foul.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Jordan.
First free throw is good.
At the line for 2.
And so Jordan nails both of them. Here's Cannon. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And there's the call on the eraser. That's his first foul. Thompson dishes to Cannon. Back to Thompson. Here's Embiid, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. 76ers on top. They lead by 1. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. feels like he has room to grow, and he gives us some insight into that philosophy.
I think it's another level I can go to. Always can be better. That's how I look at things. Teammates need me more than ever now. Coaches need more from me, so I got to dig deep and see where I can find it from.
Well, the will seems to be there, Greg, but Kevin Durant seems surrounded by uncertainty. Can he get back and stay healthy for the entire season? How does he work with this new coach? Where does he really want to be?
The truth is, no one but Kevin knows the answers to those questions. And quite frankly, he may not know right now what those answers are. He's a very unique and introspective kind of guy, as we all saw when he accepted that MVP award a couple years ago. So let's just stay tuned on this one.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
One other thing that's clear is how well they're burying their jump shots here in the early going.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Okafor out there with Carl Landry, and there's Nerlens Noel, and it's Stauskas in at the shooting guard. Got a hand on it. And here is James. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. The 76ers struggled last year, but it was mostly due to their offensive issues, Greg. At times, they could be okay on defense.
No doubt, Kevin. They've got a good group of rim protectors, and they also knew how to force turnovers, but they have got to improve offensively.
Now here's Curry, and that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
You've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back.
Absolutely. They have got to get a tighter handle on the ball.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. To the middle. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And the 76ers making a change here. Smith has checked in. And it's the 76ers with the ball. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That's his first foul.
First personal foul, team's first.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
And that'll make a pair of turnovers for him in just the last few minutes. So he's got to be a little bit more deliberate with the ball out there.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. He's looking for Noel and finds him. Carter pulls it in. And last year, quite a rookie campaign for Nerlens Noel. He had the ACL injury he sustained in college. Missed his first full season with the Sixers. And like you've talked about, he came back and really, with a flourish, made a mark his first year in the league.
Yeah, and Kevin, a lot of people wondered, how would he bounce back from that knee? And I have to say, it was pretty good. I mean, finished third in the voting for Rookie of the Year.
Noel sets a screen for Okafor. Landry gets the buckets.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint. 4 turnovers for him now in the quarter, Kevin, and he just isn't taking care of the ball out there.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Landry with the screen. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. The feed to Okafor. And the layup's good off the glass. Okafor's got 4 this quarter.
And, you know, getting back to Nerlens Noel, if it weren't for the ACL tear, he may have been the first player drafted in 2K13. His 8 rebounds and nearly 2 blocks a game as a rookie show he has the talent.
The Achilles heel of this team right now, turnovers.
6 points given away on miscues. They can't afford many more if they're going to cut into this lead.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Pass to Okafor. Out to the right wing. There's a screen by Noel. Now the dish to Smith. 5 on the clock. That's tipped and stolen by James. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
And one thing to note about Nerlens Noel, last season, he was a thief. He averaged almost 2 steals a game as a rookie center. That tells me he has more than just quickness and length, guys. He has great anticipation and still one of the best motors I have ever seen.
Timeout called the 76ers. Philadelphia started to create a little bit of an identity last season after all their transactions, Clark, and shifting around. They settled down and came together.
Yeah, and I tell you, it looks like the identity will be the Sixers being a defensive team going forward. Offense, as it fits and starts, but defensively, they found some traction.
The 76ers leading by 7.
As you said, the 76ers will be a team built on defense going forward. At least that's what it seems like to me. They have very active hands and can bother a lot of shots. They also force a ton of turnovers as well.
And, you know, guys, the Sixers did force a lot of turnovers, but they also gave the ball away the most in the NBA, so kind of negated the turnovers they forced. They can be as defensive as they want, but they've got to get better at taking care of the ball if they're going to improve.
One shot. One shot.
Free throw drops for Landry.
Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league.
And slam dunk by Noel.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
Hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
And it's a 5-second ball.
Guys, hard enough to win in this league, but when you continue to hurt yourself because of miscues, makes it all the more difficult.
Well, you put yourself in a tough spot. I mean, 8 points yielded off turnovers this quarter already.
The erasers checked in for the Warriors. And so here is Philadelphia. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Last season for the Warriors really dominated from beginning to end to lead the league and Greg, both offensive and defensive efficiency.
And Kevin, a lot of people knew the Warriors were good at offense. I mean, but they've been equally as good defensively over the past few seasons, kind of flying under the radar for whatever reason. Not the case going forward.
Warriors shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. And that's going to be a turnover. They call for 8 seconds.
This game is going to get even more out of hand unless they start valuing the basketball.
Well, it's simply been an awful quarter. I mean, terrible ball security. They've actually handled that thing like it's got leprosy. Take care of it.
Ouch. Leprosy.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Pippen comes in for Kevin Durant and Michael Jordan. subbed in for Cook. Stolen by Harden. Here's the break. Here's Ball. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
And I love that as soon as they get their hands on the basketball, they get ready to get out and transition.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined and under control for the rest of this half.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Durant's checked in for Pippen. Mr. Fundamentals comes in for James Harden. And it's Stephen Curry in for the eraser. And the 76ers also making a change. Covington's checked in. How much more is there to say about LeBron James, Clark? Incredible consistency, unbelievable athleticism. He just is a marvel in every way the longer he plays.
Kevin, when you look at his career averages, I mean, just off the charts, and he has the same unbelievable year every year. Consistency, phenomenal.
The 76ers leading by 3. Cannon, the pass to Embiid. The 8-footer. No luck. The Warriors go the other way with it. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Great positioning on the putback. And it's 7 points for Steph Curry.
Boy, he's really doing a nice job taking advantage of what the defense is giving.
Here's Cannon, guarded by Curry. Cannon kicks to Embiid. And again, unable to change momentum here. 4 of 6 in the field here in the second. And it's good. Through contact, it's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
With one.
They've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Stauskas is checked in. Here's Cannon, guarded by Curry. Screen by Grant. 4-3, Covington. Good D by Jordan.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there. Wow, what a miracle heave to finish off the court. How'd he get that one to go?
I don't know, but I think that's a 2% shot. He'd make 2 out of 100 of those if you gave him to him.
And we're through the first half of basketball. What's been a good one. The Warriors on top, rolling through the final minutes of the quarter on a huge 15-0 run. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, thank you so much. Plenty of ingredients to a solid effort, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, I love how they're getting points in transition. It's about pushing the ball, being aggressive, and then finishing with authority. Several times they beat the defense down the floor and ended up with easy buckets. If they can continue to keep that tempo up in the second half, they'll be...
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
You know, Curry is playing extremely well. He's got 13 points. He's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced. Today.
The 76ers might have dodged having the worst record in the league last season, but they didn't dodge having the worst road record last year, Clark.
They could not dodge that one, Kevin. Just 6 wins on the road, but that was pretty much expected considering the youth and inexperience of this team.
They've got LeBron James. Carter is out there with Durant. It's Gets the eraser, and it's Walls in at the 2. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. And there's the foul. It's on Mr. Fundamentals. That is his first foul of the game. Curry's checked in for the eraser.
For your Warriors, Stephen Curry.
It's stolen. Outside Curry. The pass to Walls. 4 on the clock. Curry against Smith. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And it's a 10-point Warrior lead.
And for the 76ers, they weren't a good shooting team in general. And on the road, it got real ugly. They shot under 40% as a team on the year away from home.
Stolen by Landry. He dishes it to Okafor. Finished off the break. Okafor's got 12 in the game.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And it's blocked by Curry, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Timeout call for Philadelphia.
Timeout called the 76ers. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Landry, a screen on Curry. Here's Okafor. Trains it from 9 feet away. Okafor's got 14 points for the game.
You know what? I think he had to call timeout right now just to get his guys to regroup because they were really ragged.
Yeah, they got to get some things straightened out. And sometimes the best way to do that is with the timeout. They look to be overwhelmed right now.
Oracle Arena, your Warriors girls.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Passes it to Walls. Feeds it to LeBron. 5 to shoot. Lets it fly. And the shot falls short this time.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
Simmons checked in for Durant. Stolen by Pippen. Smith against Curry. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And Curry is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that. Did you?
Right,
no.
Right. Yeah, he probably just drone on as a broadcaster and rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No. And the Warriors making a change here. Martin's checked in.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Now Curry. He's got 17. And the Warriors miss again.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
And it's Okafor off the drive. Goes back up. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Noel.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top. Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Smith on the wing, guarded by Curry. Here's Landry. Here's Okafor. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. He has a scorching 86%.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Curry, good. Curry's got 22.
My goodness. What a move. Left the defender in the dust.
Just glided in for the finish, as smooth as a soaring eagle.
Okafor. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 3 assists in the game. Warriors leading by 3. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, you know, G, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
The 76ers trail by 5. And he banks in the layup. Smith's got 6 points.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Curry against Smith. Shot clock at 5. On its way from Curry for 2. Again, Golden State.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Smith outside. Here's Okafor. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Some changes for Golden State. Durant's checked in for Pippen. Jordan comes in for James Harden. The Erasers subbed in for Steph Curry. And that one falls for Okafor. The Warriors leading. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Jordan with it. Clock at 6. Launches a 3. Okafor grabs the miss. It could go. No good on that last second attempt there.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The 4th quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. State's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. On the court for Philadelphia to start the 4th. They've got Hollis Thompson. Isaiah Cannon is out there with Stauskas. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Grant in at the 4 slot. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Here's Cannon. He kicks it to Stauskas. Traps in the tray.
3 points.
Stauskas has got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the 76ers. The Warriors trailing. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Philadelphia shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Cannon kicks Pitch to Stauskas. Here's Embiid, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low.
Here's Ball. No good there with the step-back J.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Cannon from long range. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got his fourth rebound in this one. Jordan the screen. It's tipped. Here's Stauskas. Embiid the screen. Stauskas kicks to Grant. Good. And it's a 5-point 76ers lead. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the 76ers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys. More than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Nick Stauskas had some great moments on the court last season, guys, but perhaps his most memorable contribution was his nickname of Sauce Castillo. Came out of nowhere, but it stuck with him, and he's going with it. I'd love to hear the story behind that.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
Clark, as you were talking about Nick Stauskas, he earned the name Sauce Castillo last year. Came about with a bad translation on a Kings game. Referred to him as that name in closed caption.
And guys, credit to Stauskas because he ran with it, made the most of the opportunity, even launched his own Sauce Castillo hot sauce. And I can't attest to if the sauce is any good, Kevin, but I'm still waiting for a taste test.
I am too. Put it on what? You put on bread and crackers and hamburgers. Okay, we'll try it. We'll try it. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Ball, the pass to James. Golden State moving it around. Trying to find Durant. He's got it now. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ball. And that misses. That would have put him up. Pass to Landry. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And the Warriors making a change here. Carter's checked in.
Carl Manning with one.
And for Carl Landry, he powered his way through the league a few years back, but somewhere along the line, Clark, his game kind of topped out.
His best season, Kevin, he averaged 18 and 7. I think injuries have been a factor, but last year was down to 7 and 4 his game averages, so he's starting to slide.
They set the pick. Here's Ball. Makes good on a step-back jumper. The Erasers got 5 points now this quarter.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
The 76ers leading by 3. The drive by Smith. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. The 76ers again can't hit it.
And back to Carl Landry, sophisticated scorer, a variety of post moves, a tough guy willing to play through pain, but he just never had the size or explosiveness to dominate. And now that he's getting a little older, that really has become an issue.
Here's Ball. That misses, had a chance to tie it there.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Carter against Smith. There's a screen by Noel. Dishes to Embiid. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim.
Number 12. Well, visiting Carl Landry again here. I mean, he's a role guy. He shoots a high percentage from the field, from the foul line. Gives you a little nasty and edge down low. Yet, you can't make him out to be more than he is.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. From the high post. No good. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Kicks to Smith. He feeds it to Noel. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Golden State, Nerlens Noel. Taking 2 shots.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And the 76ers making a change here. Okafor's checked in. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this lead.
Here's the eraser. 3-pointer. And it's Noel with the rebound.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And that one's good. And the 76ers lead by 9.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Pick by Okafor. With the floater, Warriors with the rebound.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody.
Oh, he has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
That could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'll tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers.
At the line for the Warriors.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
Perfectly done at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Oracle Arena.
They're trailing by 7. 12 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
I think he's just trying to send his team a message, not willing to give up on this game just yet. Just trying to instill that fight in this group.
Yeah, hey, I'm all for giving messages and teaching lessons, and I respect that, but at some point, if it's over, it's over. I mean, you need to be looking at the next one. This one's done. Forget about it. Let's move on.
So the 76ers win it. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
It really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark, Craig, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kevin, and let's take a look now as we give the nod to our Jordan Player of the Game. He came out of the locker room at halftime and was immediately on fire. That third quarter was his, and he did not hesitate to exert his will.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin